In this problem, we are asked to determine which of the following representations could be a perfect square. So let's just manipulate our algebra tiles. So I'll redraw them separately. We would need two sets since we have those two x squared tiles. And we have 8 green x bars. So divide that in 2, so that's 4 per set, and that would make 2 on each side. All right, and then we have 10 of our little square unit tiles. So let's go ahead and fill in this perfect square. That would use 4 of those. And this would use 4, so that's 8. I still have 2 extra square unit tiles that I need to tack on. So because of those 2 little extra square unit tiles that I had to tack on, this would not be a perfect square. Our equation would be y equals 2, since we had 2 sets, and the side length of our square is x plus 2, so 2 times x plus 2 squared, plus 2, because we ended up with 2 extra unit blocks. So this is not a perfect square. Let's take a look at our equation. Y equals 4 times x minus 2 squared. This is a perfect square. It is 4 sets of the perfect square with side length x minus 2. Notice here our k value is 0. So this is a perfect square. Let's take a look at our table. The easiest way to determine if that table represents a perfect square is to go ahead and put that over into Desmos. So I've added the table in, and I can look at the graph or the vertex form equation. My vertex form equation says k is equal to -6. So I know right away that it is not a perfect square. And I can see that my vertex is not on the x-axis. Again, it's not, because my y value, which is k, is -6. So I can look at the graph and see when that vertex is not on the x-axis, it's not a perfect square. So this one is not a perfect square because our vertex is not on the x-axis. And we used Desmos to figure that out, okay? Well, now that we have our graph as our last choice, and we can see our vertex is on our x-axis right here. So this is representative of a perfect square, because when that vertex is on the x-axis, our k value is 0, because our vertex here was -3, 0. So we have a perfect square. So 2 of our choices, the equation and the graph, represented a perfect square.